Well, welcome. This is the first Upstate Golf Show. Also, my co-host tonight is Craig McLean, the general manager and director of golf at the Edison Golf Club in Rexford, New York. Craig, say hello.
Well, glad to be here, Kip.
We'd love to have you here. And this is, this is the first show, and hopefully a lot more of these shows to come along. But Craig is our first guest to co-host, and we're going to have a PGA professional every week here to talk about what's going on in the game, the state of the game, lessons, equipment. We're going to go through it all. And obviously, every club's a little different, and Craig's going to kind of go through some of his ideas, techniques, whatever. But we're going to get you ready to play. We're going to point you in the right direction. As far as charity events, local golf events, there's a lot going on in local golf, and hopefully we'll cover all of that over this segment. So again, welcome. I'm Kip Kirby, and this is the Upstate Golf Show. And just give you a quick little background on me. I was a PGA guy for about 10 years. Absolutely loved it. Got involved with a school out in San Diego, community college out there. Learned to play the game a little bit, got halfway decent, and just started loving the business itself. And I was involved in the business back in the late 80s when golf was really taking off. I was very fortunate to work at TaylorMade Golf, where I was actually building golf clubs, and it was steel metal, and graphite was just coming out, and Callaway was all it was back then was putters and wedges. I got to learn a lot and really fell in love with the game and everything that it had to offer. And it wasn't all about playing. It's about business, and it's about dealing with people and getting involved with charity events. And it's something that I'm going to talk a lot about because I've been involved with the ALS Open for 19 years now, and want to give folks an opportunity, to tell us about your charity events. And, we'll go out there and advertise them and promote them as much as we can. Again, I'd like to introduce Craig McLean of the Edison Club, a general manager, director of golf. And, Craig, things are happening fast and early, aren't they?
We're open. Game on. Lights are in, rolling carts. It's amazing. Is
this a record, or,
I've only been at the Edison Club since 2010, and obviously I go back like you to 1980. My first year in the business at the Mohawk Club. I don't remember a year this early, and we could have opened probably 5 days earlier. We just weren't ready to open. The conditions would have been okay, but we just, we had to pull together people and get things mowed and rolled and ready to go. So it was.
And golf carts, are they going to be out?
They're out. Oh, they're rolling right now. Somebody's out in a golf cart right now. And I should be putting it away.
You're short-staffed, right?
Yeah, of course we are. Yeah, nobody's there.
Unbelievable. And so all three nines are open at the Edison Club?
All three nines.
Unreal. Unbelievable. And just a little advice for some of the folks now that are getting ready to play or taking the clubs out of the cellar. What's the best way to do that? I know people just want to jump out there, get out and swing as hard as they can. And what's your recommendations with that?
If you don't care about getting better and you just want to play the way you want to play, just do whatever you want to do. Pull the clubs out, pull the driver out, tee it up as high as you can, and swing as hard as you can. But if you cared about, this is my year, I'm going to get better, this is the time I'm going to do something this year, I would look in 3 holes, maybe 4 holes. The first hole I'd look in is I'd make sure that I had equipment that was relatively current. I'm not a big equipment guy. Obviously, there's a big rage on fitting, and the equipment's the bomb. Get good equipment, get a good fitting, be on a launch monitor, make sure that you've got equipment that fits you if you want to play better, and then forget about it. Don't be tweaking every 2 seconds. I got to get this, I got to get that, I got to move around. Get a good set of clubs that fits you. Get somebody to fit you. I'm a PGA member. I'm hugely pro PGA. I'd suggest going to a PGA member with good fitting equipment. There's plenty of them. Plenty of my brethren are great at it. And get the right stuff, get the right shaft. Okay, great. You got the stuff. Now forget about it. Right. Now forget about it. Get off the equipment trail. You can go in instruction and get quality instruction. And be flexible. Learn your own swing. Be proactive in the lesson environment.
Craig, can somebody from the outside can they call you and come over and take a lesson at a private club?
Brad Gardner's the head professional at the Edison Club now, and I think the world of Brad. And yes, you can call up Brad and you come over and have a lesson. You can get a fitting. The combination of these two things is kind of where we're going this year. We're doing like a 3-part deal. We've got Christine Wamner. She's a certified TPI physical therapist, which is really kind of what I wanted to hit on for a second, was that if you want to get better, one of the challenges we have in teaching is we want to change some fundamentals here, and we want to have your swing be more fundamentally sound. That's how you play better. Your swing's more fundamentally sound. A lot of times we find that people can't be more fundamentally sound because they can't make the movements. They can't move their bodies in the way that they need to get better. So they're compensating either hip, this, that, every other thing. So, I think if you dug in the hole of your body, and I don't mean going to the gym 17 hours a day. I mean doing some stretching, getting some range of motion, getting some flexibility. You're going to get better incredibly faster than you're going to get better by standing out there and beating balls.
It is amazing, and I saw the transformation back in the day. And by the way, this is the Upstate Golf Show hosted by Kip Kirby and my co-host Craig McLean from the Edison Club. I got Frank Mellett, obviously the head golf professional over at
Frank. I love Frank,
and he's into the yoga thing.
We all should be.
Craig, I went to the hot yoga one day, and it was the most embarrassing thing I ever did in my life. But they said it was good for golf. My heart didn't stop beating. I think it was at 180 for about a good hour. But so fitness, yoga. I mean, again, Frank swears by it, and I back in the day when I used to do it. But you're into that?
Yeah, I'm huge into it. Range of motion and stretching and the whole core strength balance thing. We get old and we get fat and we want the ball to go farther. And so the first thing we do is start swinging faster and harder with our hands and arms. And that's throwing our balance off.
Guilty.
And it isn't going to work. This is an inside-out deal, and you have to turn your core, you have to turn your body, and then the swing happens from there, from the inside out. We do it from the outside in. Most of the people I see do it from the outside in. They'd be way better off doing it from the inside out, but we don't have the strength anymore to do it. We don't have the flexibility, so we just whack away with our hands.
My co-host this week, again, is Craig McLean from the Edison Club, and we have a little connection. When I came to the area, again, out of college back in the late 80s, and then got hired at the Mohawk Country Club, and I was very intimidated. It was just a beautiful club and all that, and all I heard was about Craig McLean and how good of an assistant he was and how good he vacuumed, and the shirts were pressed perfectly. It was a great club, and I was very fortunate to be there for 3 years under John Morrissey. Craig, you went from Mohawk to Dorset, and I believe a 9-hole course in Vermont?
Dorset was a 9-hole course when I went there. It wasn't when I left.
Oh, okay. And should I say, was it high-end course? I mean, I know Equonic, and you got some pretty high-end clubs there. Is that?
This was when I went there, the initiation fee was about $500 and the dues were about $750. And if your check cleared the bank across the street, you were a brand new member. And when I left, the initiation fee was $20,000. And I'm not sure they liked it if you've ever had a W-2. So it changed a lot. We built 9 holes. We built buildings. It was an incredible experience. I was there for 23 years. And every day I was there, I thank John Morrissey for the fact that he took on a delinquent Albany State student to work at the Mohawk Club.
And again, a great place. I learned a lot there too, and some great members. And I will share some stories, down the road as we get into the show a little bit. But Craig, and I'm jumping around here a little bit, but I'm just curious. The whole country club lifestyle, the country club atmosphere, attitude now has changed. I mean, it's not what it used to be. Has it changed for the better, or what's your opinion on that?
Well, it's certainly changed for the better for the golfer.
Okay.
There's way more access. It's way less expensive. It's way less pretentious. It is great fun. I think some of the things, at the Edison Club, I speak, to the Edison Club because I'm there. I think I have a pretty good feel for the clubs, but, we have 400 members. They come, they have fun. We have every age. I mean, I'm not here to sell memberships, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, we got these kids who are 24, 25 years old. They come in and these junior executive memberships, and most of the private clubs have them. And, you know, you try to talk to you guys, listen, for $200 or $300 a month, you can come here and play. Not only are you going to play, you can play every day. Okay, that's great. Are the conditions better? Yes, they're better. We spend more money than a public golf course. I love public golf, but we spend more money. Our conditions are better. It's easier access. You walk up, you play when you want. That's all great. But what a lot of people skip is that they're going to make relationships in this environment with other business people, with other leaders, with other things. The networking is unbelievable. You see people at a club, if they play it the right way and they kind of, you know, lay low, within a short time, they're either, you know, they're involved with people in businesses, they're involved with deals. The networking camaraderie and hanging out at these clubs is so much different than it was. And, you know, like at our club with this, I mean, we are 2 weeks away from our scratch league starting. We've got 126 guys signed up.
That's just unbelievable.
126 guys for this league.
Unbelievable.
And,
at a private club.
You know, so it's amazing, and it's very different. I mean, you know, when I went to the Mohawk, intimidated. Oh my God. Oh, good gravy. I was scared to death every step I took, that, you know, if I looked the wrong way, I was going to get whacked in the head.
Well, I got to share a story with you after we break here. But again, Craig McLean from the Edison Club, general manager and director of golf. Again, this is my first show, folks. It's something I wanted to do a long time, and finally got the opportunity here. And I want to make this show a destination for golfers. I want you to send me your charity events. I want you to, call me for where things are happening. And, I'm going to give you an email in just a second too for that. But again, thank you for, listening for the first time here. Again, it's the Upstate Golf Show hosted by Kip Kirby. And, we're going to be right back. And our first guest is going to be Brian Bigley, web.com tour. And he's going to tell us about life on the tour and how he's doing.